Welcome back to the ABC of EDC with me, Rick Flatt, your host through everything, Everyday Carry. It's good to finally lay my eyes on you. We've had a few videos lately where it's just been overhead shots of my hands, but it's good to kind of talk to you and see you and for you to see me. But why am I here? Why am I getting in the way of you just watching this quick review? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First reason, at time of recording, this channel had 988 subscribers. Now that is wonderful. Love it. Thank you for subscribing if that's what you've done. But I know from my analytics I look at on the back end of the channel in the secret room that around like 80% of you, 85% of you, maybe more, aren't subscribed and you regularly watch the content. So do me a solid, please. If you can take a moment to like, subscribe, press the little bell icon and select it all. It will do me the world of good. We can get over that first kind of like novice YouTuber that I am, that first hump of 1,000 subscribers, and then onward and upward into the fives and tens of thousands and millions. Who knows where this thing could end? Probably not millions. Let's get to 1,000 first, okay? Calm down. But if you do that, it'd be great. That's the first reason. Second reason, to give a little bit of context to the video that you're about to watch, the review of the QSP Penguin Copper. I've wanted a knife with copper scales, or a copper handle, if that's a better way for you to understand it, for quite some time. And just a couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to go to a knife expo here in the UK called the Sharp Show 2023, just south of Coventry. If you know where that is, that's helpful. If not, ignore it. It's not that important. Met my friend Jace up there. I've not seen in a while. He moved kind of up north from me, so it's good to hook up with him. But walked around for a few hours there looking at some wonderful knives. And seriously, it's really impressive. The manufacturing skill, the craftsmanship here in the UK is just, I didn't realise what it was like. It was amazing. Some beautiful, beautiful pieces. I saw a guy made some really lovely throwing knives, lightning bolts. They were super dope, man. Definitely like, wow, they're really good. Met a guy made some really nice, some more classic-y antler handled knives and just all sorts of stuff. It was great. Really good time was had. It's nice to sit around some like-minded people and just talk knives and not feel like a psycho. But I thought I'd go there, and firstly I wanted to go to the Twisted Assisted stall. Twisted Assisted are a little company, English company, and I got this from them. This is their kind of their traditional, they call it the TA, the traditional assisted. But for me, I've given it the moniker of the gentleman. I've done a review on this, and actually a double review of this and a knife called a Best Tech Junzi. And I was actually looking for a Junzi because they make a Junzi. Junzi is a very enjoyable word to say. Junzi. Anyway, you can get a Junzi with copper scales or brass scales. So I went there, said, give me one of them, man. They said, we ain't got none. Ain't none coming until January, Junzi January. I was like, all right, I'll leave it till then. So then I hot-footed over to the Henny Who's stall and looked at some stuff there. Nothing really kind of spiked my interest other than a beautiful little Spyderco with like titanium scales. And I asked them how much it was because it had no price on it. I said, oh, that's not for sale. And I said, well, why is it here amongst the wares that are for sale? They said, it's not meant to be. We just kind of put it somewhere and we thought people could give their opinions. It's a knife we're going to release at some point. I said, well, this is pointless. This is a pointless conversation. I went away quite unhappy with Henny Who's there. And but not so unhappy that when I got home 4 or 5 hours later, I didn't jump on the Henny Hayes website and buy myself this little knife that we're looking at today, the QSP Penguin with copper scales. So there's a little bit of context for you. Over to me. Didn't want to be too long. Please make sure you subscribe. Love the journey we're on. This is awesome stuff. I'll check you next time. So here we have the Penguin from QSP. Nice little box. It says better knife, better life. Love that. Agree completely. Upon opening the box, I was very pleased to find a couple of free stickers. This one, which is, all right, I suppose. But this one, come on, man. Little penguin there says, have a knife day. Gotta love that, man. There's a little card included here, which I think would be really good if more manufacturers included this. It's a little card, bunch of details on it. I'll cut in a proper image so you can have a little look for yourself, but lays out all the stats and tells you what you need to know. Inside here is the real show. A little plastic bag, and they've even gone to the effort of putting putting a little bit of branding on the bag itself, which I appreciate. But here we have the main thing. This is the knife itself, and like I say, I've been looking for a knife with either brass scales or copper for some time, and when I saw this, I just was like, yeah, man, this is the one, man. I like this. First thing out of the box, it's got a little bit of heft about it. It's 330 grams, so it's a fair amount of heft. but it feels like a good solid piece in your hand. Let's just open this up. Come on, man. Lovely sheepfoot's blade there. Very, very nice profile. And it's at this point, you know, when you're watching videos like this and someone flicks it out, it's kind of satisfying. But wouldn't it be good in the future when you're there in your kind of special online outfit that you'd be able to plug your Type-C or whatever, your Neuralink into the computer, and you'd actually feel what the action is like on this? Because, mate, it is satisfying. It is mucho pleasurable just to keep flipping this thing out. This is a D2 steel. I don't know if you can make it out there. It just says on the blade D2. Sheepfoot profile, double-sided, little. Oh, good Lord. Oh my God, what is wrong with my brain? My brain is not working today. Not working. A little bit of jimping on top, and like I say, double-sided thumb stud. That's the word I'm looking for. Thumb stud. Great action. Beautiful little pocket clip there in black, nice and small in your pocket if you were to carry this, would look like a pen or something. But obviously, this is a locking knife, so not actually legal to carry in the UK. A little frame lock there, not legal to carry. But you can carry this, you know, privately in your work day if your work demands it, and etc. Things like that. There are brass washers here, which I don't know if it's helping the flickability, but certainly something about it is just gorgeous. Do you know what I mean? Oh mate, it just feels like just really got an oomph about it. 3.15 inch blade on it. It's a fair size. It's actually bigger in the hand than I thought it would be. It seems to have quite an edge on it, you know what I mean? Little QSP branding there with a little flame, which I really appreciate. Black kind of stud there, black screws. Yeah, man, it's just a kind of stealthy situation. I'll throw in some B-roll, and I don't know if it's going to come across. I hope it is, mate. This is just like a really simple, really classy, kind of straight, no frills, but very, very comfortable in your hand. And with that bit of jimp in there, and what feels like not much flex at all, man. It feels like there really is a good lock on that. If you look at the frame, it's actually fairly far up the kind of the butt of the mechanism, back end of the blade there. I don't know what you call that, man, but it feels like it's fairly good. I like blades that you can see all the way through, good for cleaning. And I don't think, from what I see online, I don't think this is a very hard knife to strip down if you did have any problems or you wanted to clean it. It seems like it would be pretty simple strip down and reassembly. Like I say, lovely blade, brushed, slightly polished on top. Well, they're not really polished, but you kind of see the difference there. Like I say, cut a few things with this already, and already kind of very happy with it. And I think over time, what I'm hoping for is that this copper, with time and getting wet and getting dirty and getting clean and getting muddy and getting wet and getting dirty and getting cleaned and getting inside and out of the pocket, I hope that this copper will really begin to take on some life and some character. Anyway, all the way from traveling around a knife show to then having to get home and order it online from someone who was at the show but didn't have it, eventually I got what I wanted, which is this lovely QSP Penguin Copper Scales D2 steel. I love it. A good way to spend, I think, around £50, 48 quid, something like that. I can't remember what it was delivered, but yeah, well worth it. Can recommend this particular model. I don't know about the rest of the QSP models. I will begin getting some more. Now life is back on stream a little bit more for me work-wise. I will definitely be using a bit more of disposable cash to buy a lot more knives and stuff. But yeah, anyway, this has been the ABC of EDC. Oh, fail. Look at that fail. This has been the ABC of EDC, and I've been Rick Flat, and this has been the QSP Penguin in Copper. Till next time, carry what you love. Take care of yourself. Laters.